Hey, what's going on, family? It's brother Coasty at 𝐈𝐴LLG, and let's get on with this training today. Right? So I'm sure you read the book, and if you haven't, I want you to chop that up, read through it. There's a lot of awesome gems in there. You need to read through it slowly so that you don't get caught up on some of the things that may be challenging. Let me tell you about me just a little bit. I will challenge you. I'm going to challenge you. I'm going to challenge your beliefs. I'm going to challenge your mindset. I'm going to challenge what you believe to be true. Because without being challenged, you're going to stay in the box that you're in right now. And this is the truth. And now we're diving into the training. The box that you're in right now is not your box. Somebody has told you that's where you belong, and they've told you again and again and again and again, so much so that you've believed it yourself, and now you've tricked your own reality into abiding by somebody else's rules. This cannot be understated, overstated, and misunderstood. You have to recognize that you are the controller of your reality. You are the controller of your universe. I know you may have heard it, maybe you haven't heard it, but you are. And if you haven't, let me give you the quick experiment. Everybody likes it. It's kind of foolproof almost. There's two of them, right? So the first one, you can go on a drive, and before you go on a drive, I want you to think about whatever car you want, whatever color car and type that you want to think about. And as you drive, you will start seeing it. I guarantee it. My little niece is like a living proof of it. She loves Tesla. She's been talking about it for forever. And no, I don't see them at all when I'm driving, but I guarantee you, every time I pick her up, Tesla, 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 Tesla. And that's showing you two things. One, that you are the controller of your reality, and two, you influence others' reality. That's powerful, y'all. You influence other people's reality, and other people can influence your reality. Now, pause for a moment and think. Who's told you that you don't belong? Who's told you that what you're doing is what you're supposed to be doing? Who has told you that the things that you're trying to get are the things that you're supposed to have? Not too many people, not too many, and I mean maybe 5% of people are doing things autonomously. Autonomously is doing things on your own without somebody else's input. There are very few people who do this, and it's because you are either influencing or being influenced. There's only two options in life. And us, we're the black sheep, y'all. I gotta harp that, y'all. You know, they call me the king of the black sheep or the shepherd of the black sheep because my job is to guide you back to where you belong. And guess what? We're not always meant to be in herds. Really, we're meant to have our own herds because we're unique. We're visionaries. We're creatives. We're the thought leaders. We're the people that influence change. I know you might have heard it in the last video, but I'm going to tell you again. The world relies on the unreasonable man for advancement, and we are unreasonable. And this is for ladies too. You know, I just use men as a general term. We are the reason that the world advances. Okay? We're the reason for it. And let me tell you this. Let me tell you all this, what the book and everything, how it fits in with what I know you need in life. You're looking for transformation. You're looking for transformation. Why? Because where you're currently at, you don't know what your path is, or you don't even know how to get started on that path. And more importantly, you don't feel like you belong where you're at. That's really what it boils down to. You don't belong where you're at, and you feel it, and you notice it when you look around everywhere. It's like that's not me. That's not what I'm supposed to be doing. This isn't where I belong. And you're not weird for that. You're not wrong for that. You're not an alien for that. That is your intuition waking you up and shaking you and attempting to redirect your course. You didn't run into me just by coinkydink. I'm here to help you. And the only way to get from where you're at and not feel like you belong is to transform, because that's where you want to be. You want to be at your most high self. You want to be at your upper level. You want to be able to unlock those gifts that may be stored away. You don't even know that you have certain gifts. I know when I was doing my stint in corporate accounting, you know, I know if you I know you can feel the energy. Yeah, I was a corporate accountant. I was behind the screen. I wasn't talking to nobody. All that good jazz. If you would have told me that I had some of the gifts that I have now, I would have been like, okay, sure. But sure enough, I started tapping in with myself. I found the right mentors. I found the right guides. I found the right knowledge. I practiced the techniques they taught me. And I started unlocking different parts of my body, different parts of my being, different parts of my essence. And that is what allowed me to transform. So let's dive just a little bit. There is a difference between changing and transforming. Changing is the outward appearance of things. It's anything on the outside. You change clothes, right? You change hairstyles. You change partners. But transformation is on the inside. And that's what we're doing. That's what I do. That's why they call me the shepherd of the black sheep, because I teach you to transform. I transform your path. I don't change your path. There's a difference between transforming and changing. And this book is so powerful is because it gives you the prerequisite knowledge. What is prerequisite? It means you need it in advance. You have to have this done so that you can have a proper journey, so you can have a successful journey. You need the knowledge that's in that book so that you can have a successful journey to transformation. And let me tell you this, y'all. Look, don't let the ego get in your way. Don't let the ego stop you. Don't let the ego stop you from getting the things that you know you need. Look, 4 out of 5 people, that's 80%, don't finish journeys. 4 out of 5 people do not finish journeys. 4 out of 5 people quit. 4 out of 5 people fail in transforming themselves successfully. And if you don't believe me, look at New Year's resolutions. I know we're almost here. Look at it. Why do so many people quit? Right? Everybody means well. We all have the same goals, but goals are not enough to get you to the next stage. Do not let the ego take the knowledge that I'm giving you in that book and on this lecture, run with it just so you can come back 2 weeks later and say, oh my gosh. And I got to tell you this, y'all. Failure is a bigger hindrance than obstacles. Failure is a bigger hindrance to your progression, to your transformation than obstacles. Why? Because when you fail, it's not just you fail on the outside, you feel like a failure on the inside. It further solidifies you when you feel unworthy. It makes you feel more unsatisfied, more unfulfilled. You go back to those inauthentic relationships because they bring you comfort, but you're just used to them. And then you spend enough time with the people like that, and you're like, man, I don't belong here either. And you go into this vicious cycle of doing things and quitting, and then doing things and quitting, and doing things and quitting, and you think it's because it's you. And it's not. You just need the right skills. You just need the right information. You need a guide. Very, very, very few people reach their stage by themselves. And in fact, I say maybe 1%. And really, I can't even think of anybody who got to the next stage by themselves. Everybody has guides. Everybody has help, and you're no different. So get out of your own way and allow other people to help you. Invest in your future. That's with knowledge. That's with time. That's with energy. That's with your finances. You must invest in your future, because otherwise you're going to take the programming from other people who are in positions that you don't want to be in, and you think that's correct. Let me tell you this. Most people don't want to be like their parents. Sorry. Most people do not want to be like their parents, but they listen to what their parents say. So we're going to unpack this for a second, because this is really a lot of what we talk about in the books. Most people don't want to be like their parents, but they do what their parents say. How can somebody who's never been to the moon tell you how to get to the moon? Would you listen to them? Would you listen to an engineer? Would you listen to somebody who's not an engineer on how to build something, who's never built anything? You wouldn't. So why do you listen to people who are doing things that you don't want to do and allow them to dictate your life? Because look, I'm going to tell you, the thoughts that go in your head a lot of the times, they're typically your parents' thoughts. I mean, your parents' voice. Your parents told you certain things. No, you shouldn't do this. No, you shouldn't do that. Maybe it was a teacher. Maybe it was a partner. Maybe it was a peer. It was somebody else, but it wasn't you. And a lot of the times, they're not where you want to be. So even bigger news flash, they're not where they want to be. So why would you listen to them? You shouldn't, right? You wouldn't. It doesn't make much sense. So part of this transformation process is deprogramming. It's getting out of your own way by understanding that you let somebody stand there. And guess what? You also have the control of moving them out the way. That's the beauty. That's the power of it. So I know you will, I'm not going to insult your intelligence and act like you can't read the book. So I want you to read the book. It's very powerful. It's pretty good stuff. I'm gonna tell you the second half of it. I do want to give you this caveat because it can be challenging and it can trigger you depending on where you're at with your awareness. I'm not attacking a belief system. I'm giving you a brighter perspective and using logic because we have to use logic when we're transforming. We have to use logic when we're becoming something different. Otherwise, emotions come and go. We have to recognize that emotions come and go, and emotions are just messengers. Emotions are just messengers. Emotions are just messengers. Okay, so emotions come and go, just like a messenger come and goes. And if we rely on emotion to transform, we won't finish because emotions are prone to fluctuate. We have to get a base understanding of where we are, and that's we are born perfect. Perfect is not in the way that most people think. We're born perfect because we're born with everything that we need. Okay. It's only that when we get these, I say, downloads or influences from our parents, teachers, friends, peers, all these other influences, that we become less perfect. We become confused and we fall into the illusion that we're lacking something, but you're not. You're not lacking anything at all. In fact, if you know this and if this is resonating within you, you're exactly who I want to talk to. You're exactly who I want to work with because it's true. But there's something inside of you, right, that's like, but I don't know how to get that. I don't know how to pull it out of me. If that's you, I'm going to extend an invitation to you to do a discovery call with me, right? So you're feeling unsatisfied and you're feeling unfulfilled where you're currently at. And I know you want to go through this transformation journey to become your best self, to unlock your greatness, to really see what your truth is. But there's this spot in between, right? So I want you to book a discovery call. And all you got to do is hit the link below, book a discovery call with me. And what we're gonna do three things on that conversation. Number one, I'm gonna really get clear on where you're at more specifically. Number two, we're gonna figure out where you want to go exactly. What does that look like to you? And then number three, I'm gonna introduce you how my system can get you from point A to point B. And there's only two options at the end of the call. Number one, you love what I have to offer you. You love what I'm telling you. You want to be a part of the community and you enroll to become a student. Or number two, you love what I'm telling you. You love the plan. You love the outcome and you take it and you run with it on your own. That's fine too. All I'm asking is that if you do that, send me a testimonial, right? That's it. Continue doing what you're doing. So no matter what happens on this call, it's a win-win for you. So if that sounds like you, there's something you're interested in, that we feel like we're a fit, like we're a vibe, we'll go ahead and confirm that on the call. There's no commitments after that. There's no commitments during it, but all you need to do is register for it. Go ahead and click the link below and we'll talk then, all right? Again, this is Brother 𝐁𝐫𝐶 at 𝐈𝐴LLG.com. Peace.